Recycling has become a big part of our everyday lives. In this program, we're going to have a look at the way in which old cardboard containers are recycled and then processed into paper. This type of paper is used to manufacture cardboard boxes and other products such as plasterboard, which is used to construct walls and ceilings. Today we're going into SAPI's Cape Craft Mill near Cape Town to see how they recycle cardboard into paper that will be used to make these cardboard and plasterboard products. Cardboard is made by sandwiching a corrugated sheet of paper between inner and outer paper liners. Sealing board has a center of gypsum and outer linings of paper. The recycling of materials has become very important for maintaining a green world. The bales of raw materials are dropped into a machine known as a MacPulper or pot. Here the materials are mixed with water. The cardboard is broken down into a paste and foreign materials such as plastics and metals are removed. The material moves through a number of stages where it is dried while being pressed and worked to get it to the right consistency. This material, which is known as the noodle in the industry, is stored, ready to be fed to the paper-making machines when required. As the noodle moves to the paper-making machine, it is again mixed with water and is pressed and stirred to achieve the correct consistency. Chemicals are also added that will give the paper a certain amount of water resistance for use on the inside of a fruit box, for example, or fire retarding characteristics to prevent it from burning in the case of plasterboard. The mix is almost 90% water as it moves into the machine. Here it is pumped through a series of pipes known as the octopus and fed into a head box. Inside the head box, the paper paste is sprayed onto a rotating drum former. The drum is covered with a very fine mesh. Vacuum pumps create a vacuum in the center of the former drum to suck the liquid paper onto the outside of the drum. The vacuum also sucks water out of the mixture. The material is only in contact with the drum for a quarter of a turn. As it reaches the top of the drum, the vacuum is released and the paper sheet is picked up by a moving felt. It's compressed between suction press rollers to remove water and to form or consolidate the sheet. There are 5 vat formers. Each deposits a thin layer onto the sheet. The paper thickness is determined by the thickness of the sheet from each drum. For example, if a 125-gram sheet is required, each drum will supply a layer that is 25 grams thick. This machine can produce paper that is between 112 grams and 230 grams in weight. Maximum paper width is 2.5 meters wide. The paper passes through 5 drying sections. It is dried as it passes over a number of hot cylinders that are heated internally with steam. The paper spends about a minute in the drying oven, where it is dried to very accurate moisture content levels. Scanner sensors measure the moisture content of the paper sheet, and if it is too wet, blasts of steam will be applied to the sheet. The steam dries the paper very quickly. The final reel or spool of paper, which is known as a jumbo reel, weighs 6.5 tons. It can be cut to any size on a rewinding machine to supply very accurate and specified widths and diameters of paper reels to the corrugating machines at the converter factories, where the paper will be turned into boxes or plasterboard. The large paper rolls are moved to the storage warehouses and then loaded onto flatbed trailers by very interesting and efficient roll clamp trucks before being sent out to the converter factories. SAPI has factories all over South Africa producing paper from recycled material as well as from wood pulp, which comes from their plantations. It's important to recycle and to renew our resources so that we may leave the countryside clean and the manufacturing industry in good condition for our children when they take over one day.